Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, skewers, welcome back to another Wednesday night stream. I am your host with the most, Ranger J 1999, part of the RSG crew. Welcome to the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Skewers out there in chat, let me see it. Whip out your pickles. Finn, guess what day it is? Oh, that beautiful pickle sound. Isn't it just like heaven? Oh, whip out your pickles. I want to see
there
it
we go.
Chat.
It is.
There we
it
go.
Is humping pickle day.
It is hump day. Time to kick ass and take names, or take names and kick names and take ass, whatever you want to put it. But welcome to the show. This is where we talk shop about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, breaking down the latest news and notes from the game we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and that's what we do here. We got a lot going on. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is what we're all about. But whip out your pickles. Put them out there in their TV land. Let's see that beautiful pickle footage. And let's kick ass. I've got some bourbon. A friend felt sorry for me and hooked me up. So I have some more bourbon I can finally drink after months without. So that being said, I've got my co-host with the most, the troll extraordinaire himself, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman.
Howdy, peoples.
That's right. And Finn is here to basically scoop up your questions. So let's knock out some of the housekeeping stuff in. If you have a question, and we will do questions on top of everything else we'll be covering, all you need to do is put that question in the chat, and Dr. Finn will scoop it up, and we will get to as many questions as we can. Sometimes we get through all of them, sometimes we don't. Revenant, if you ask Finn, I put it out there. Any Eternal Twins nonsense, I will start banning people. I don't want that nonsense tonight, Finn. I can't say it any plain. I will see you with that mischievous, stupid-ass grin on your face. I better not get
I like Eternal Twin questions.
Oh, I don't, and I don't want any tonight, so stop it. I had to deal with that all day today, and then I had to deal with it in the pre-stream. I'm not in the mood. But besides that, I am happy about the other stuff we got going on. You can see the donation tracker over there by Finn. You can see the latest people that have donated. If you would like to support the channel tonight while we're live, all you need to do is donate, and it'll pop up in Super Chat. $3 or less, you get some porgs. $3.01 to $20, you get the poop-filled, baby-filled Rangers, and $20.01 or more, you get the Pickle Extravaganza, where we all whip out our pickles. You get it on the screen, you just get it everywhere. It's a wonderful thing, and it fills Vader's cup of plenty. He's kind of empty right now, so if you can fill that up, you can also go on Twitch and send bits over. Everything goes. You can have a Patreon sponsor. That'll pop up on the screen. So if someone would like to kick off the donation train, please do. We also have the ACS campaign going on. Finn, if you want to talk about that real quick.
Sure. So we started with our stream on last Tuesday, our 2020 fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. This year, we're focusing on pediatric cancer, and we'll be showing you guys all the different ways the ACS helps people with pediatric cancer. But to kick it off, we went to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, where we live streamed for 4 hours with the great people there. We had some awesome kids there. If you guys didn't see it, and Porg McFadden has returned. He's back there, laying down right now because he's tired. Oh, look at that!
Here we go. Bimatsu says, "Chew, mother frickin' chew," and donated $2, kicking it off. Let's see who else will keep it going. Oh, Watto is like, everything killing with that never.
So, we did the live stream for 4 hours there, and with your guys' help, we raised over $3,700, and so that was awesome. It's a great start to our campaign. The link is in the description below. We are continuing our Tiltify campaign for the American Cancer Society. Last year we broke 17,000, so our goal this year is 17,500. And latest addition to the Tiltify, the swanky new 2020 RSG Stu Strong wristband.
It's just Ian donated some bits, 100 bits. Thank you, It's Just Ian.
Thank you, It's Just Ian.
All it was is a big head came into the cup of plenty. So I mean, I'm just throwing that out.
You know, when it's written like that, it looks like It's Just Ian TV.
Is what?
It looks like it's Justian TV.
That's what it's. Well, that's his Twitch name. So I, mean,
I know, but it's not. There's like no spaces, right? So it doesn't look like Just Ian. It looks like It's Justian.
You're an idiot. Continue with the ACS stuff.
It looks like Justian. Oh, Torrent.
Torn Jacks continuing. Choo choo. Come on, drive that train.
Woo.
Come ride it.
Choo, choo.
Come on, ride that train.
Woo.
And ride it.
Choo, choo.
I
I
think I can. Way deep down south, we're fitting range. Come on, let's watch him ride that money train. Let's go. Then watch how to go. Oh, more bits from, and we got Torn Jax. Dr. Feelgood put some bits in. Oh, the cup is filling with lots of hearts and everything. Wait a minute, the hearts came in first, and Torn Jack's pores are coming in. We could have an explosion. First explosion of the knife, and here we go. Oh my God. The porgs were not able to penetrate the
Those
fluffy
porgs are not fatty enough.
Yeah, they're not. You got to get back on that Twinkie diet. So,
we do.
All right. So, any more ACS stuff?
Well, yeah. So we have the new Swanky RSG wristbands on the Tiltify page. So if you guys want to donate to the ACS and buy that reward, we'll mail you the RSG wristband.
Yes.
The color this year it's kind of yellowy gold. It is, again, for gold being the color for the ribbon for childhood cancer awareness. That is our theme this year. So be on the lookout for more information about the ACS, what they do for pediatric cancer as part of their all of the nice things that they do with research and helping them. So we'll start putting that out there, and we'll have another kind of long live stream in December. So make sure you check out the link in the description so you guys can donate if you can, and make sure that you grab yourself an RSG wristband.
All right. We also have a shout-out word of the day where we will shout out all the skewers and people watching us right now. Finn, what is our shout-out word of the day?
So today's word is a little challenging, so I hope you guys are ready.
Oh, boy.
The word is confrontation. Confrontation. CONFRONTATION.
We're going to have a confrontation in the chat as people try to spell this.
Probably. But there's a reason for it. So make sure that you guys spell it right. The word is, again, confrontation. CON.
Can we check Urs in the chat? He just spelled it. Can we make sure Urs spelled that correctly? I don't trust him.
TION.
Yeah, Urs sucks at spelling. Let's check that.
Urs is fine at spelling.
I don't know.
And Rose Taco is not going to get his. He puts like spaces in between.
If you don't spell it right.
You know what you could do though? You could cross stitch those words together and then it would be correct.
I like what you did there, Finn. That's very nice.
Oh, my Venom's gonna kill me.
Cross stitch? What do you mean, Finn? Listen, y'all, I'm working on it. Shut up. You don't know me. We're going to die. I'm already prepared for death from McVenom, so if I'm going to die, Finn, I'm going to die doing her voice. So,
yeah.
What do I care? And I'm drinking bourbon, which I haven't had in ages. So,
yeah, this is not going to go well for us.
No,
I'm going to be in the same city as McVenom tomorrow.
Listen here, Linda.
So she's going to kill me.
I'm toast.
She's so gonna kill me.
Rose said he spelled it correctly. Stop confronting him, Finn.
He put spaces. It's not gonna show up.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Okay, so
it's
that
not
is
constipation, Dr. Feelgood. That's wrong.
condensation.
I told you this was going to happen. Before the show, I said, Finn, this is
I actually kind of like seeing all the different variants that people are intentionally putting in here.
I told you this was going to happen.
We have Confrontation.
Confederation. Just,
you peoples. Just... And of course, Rose Taco does it in leet speak.
Yeah.
I mean, just
right.
I don't know what to make of with chat anymore. You guys, what? No, Black Mamba, just no. Bad Black Mamba.
What did Black Mamba do?
No.
What happened?
Bad Black Mamba.
What did Black Mamba do? Oh Lord, I just popped up. Oh,
bad,
God.
bad.
Here, let me see if I can read what he wrote. Let's see here.
No, let's not. Okay.
So
there you go.
It starts with a C. Let me go back there.
Oh my God. You guys are all awful. Oh my God. This is what the chat is turning into. What are you guys? No. All you people are awful. Just awful. And then when everybody else is doing it all wrong, Rose Taco types it correctly.
Walter Arnold just donated $15 for the Tilt to 5 campaign for the American Cancer Society. Thank you.
Thank you, Walter Arnold. Oh, and Shay.
Shay just donated $15 as well. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We have people buying themselves their RSG wristbands. And Shay Locomotive also said Tarkin rules.
Doyle rules. All right, let's rock and roll, Finn. We also have a Twitter question of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
We do. So head to our Twitter page. The handle is Reality Skewed Gamers. With
did you see what Ouchie just wrote?
Yeah. Yes. Ouchie has been writing a lot of different things. We're not going to read.
I swear, I love Colonel-Lingus.
Oh, God. And you read it.
Fought in the war and everything.
Guys are all just awful.
I told you this was going to happen, Finn.
Awful.
Yeah. Didn't want to
I don't know what else to say besides awful. It's just awful.
Yeah. Ooh, good Lord.
So, again, our Twitter question.
Rose Taco wrong.
Twitter handle, which is Reality Skewed Gamers with no vowels in the skewed in gamers. So it's Reality SKWD GMRS, Reality Skewed Gamers, no vowels in the skewed in gamers. And our Twitter question is a simple one, actually. What question did you not get answered in the October Q&A of SWGOH that you wish would have been answered?
I had a question that didn't get answered, Finn.
Oh, no.
It was, I asked, does God have feet? And if so, why? And it was not taken seriously. These are the philosophical things that I want to know.
You're asking for philosophical responses from CG?
Yes. They don't.
I feel like that
they don't answer anything
makes
else.
your mental health a little.
See, I turned it back on them because okay. So
my apologies to all the pygmies out in CG.
Little pygmies down there, CG in New Guinea. Don't be making fun of them. You don't know me.
God.
Oh, $5 from the fourth Okage himself. Minato, he says, can one of the challenges be Ranger making a music video of him playing his guitar and singing the pork song? No.
You wouldn't do that for the charity?
What I was thinking about doing is doing, like, remember how you did your Now music thing for
Crazy?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing the voice one, right? Just sing all different voices from different song people, like Stevie Wonder stuff, and singing songs.
Yeah. We could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to think of more challenges and stuff and milestones, so we'll end up, Baby Rangers were displacing some of the hearts.
Well, yeah, but they weren't able to get that good penetration that we
That's only with pickles and Twitch subs.
I'm just
pretty
waiting
much
for the big pickle explosion. That's what I'm
it's usually either a pickle or a Twitch sub.
I gotta get my pickle ready. You gotta keep your pickle handy, Finn, because you never know when you're gonna need it. So
that's true.
That's right. So
When in doubt, handle your pickle.
Well, you know, it's science.
And don't read chat, because chat is still awful.
I stopped reading chat after a while because some of that I was like, ooh, oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can't be read.
Or unseen. Just throwing that
or
out
unseen. There. But I don't really have a choice. I have to see it in order to know what not to see.
So, some quick announcements, and then we're going to get into the show. So, quick announcement. Tomorrow we'll be doing mini roster reviews from 7 to 9. 9:30 p.m. VIPs, blue and above. Be ready to go tomorrow night. You will have a one-on-one Ask Ranger anything about the game in our Discord. If you want to be a part of that, you have to become a Patreon of blue level or above. That's
purple.
Purple or above.
Purple. So really quick, we're going to talk about we'll do the quick thing about Patreon, and then we'll get into the SWGOH news.
Yep.
We're updating our Patreon stuff.
Black Mamba,
blue VIPs, blue VIPs, instead of the roster reviews, because the roster reviews are going to be kind of moved away a little bit because McVenom is stepping away a little bit and going very casual with the game now. So roster reviews not as worth it for you guys anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys the mod session.
Stop.
Oh,
here it comes.
There we go.
Wait, I'll tell you when, Finn. The Sword of the Jedi says, you want a pickle? Triple star. 3 stars. So we're waiting for it to pop on the screen. Then we'll do the pickle extravaganza. Black Mamba. There it is. Whip out your pickles, everyone. There it is. The pickle has shown up. Put your pickles on your hand. Wave your pickles up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Yeah, go Finn, it's your pickle. Go Shorty, it's your pickle. We're gonna party like you have a pickle. We're gonna sip a Bacardi like it's a pickle, and we don't even give them a it's a pickle. All right, there we go.
There you go.
All right.
It is all about the pickle.
It is, man. I mean, you have to know how to hold your pickle and handle it. So, all right.
So really quick, back to Patreon. We're gonna return back to topic here. We will go on pickle detours, but it's always back to the pickle on ramp. Okay, so we're gonna the blue VIPs instead of the McVenom roster reviews. You guys are now gonna get what the purple VIPs had, which is the mod sessions, where we'll go over mods and everything, and we'll talk about that. We'll do a session of that next week for all the blue patron and higher, and we'll have a couple extra during this month in order to start making up for some of the previous months as we were planning for the charity stream that we did at the hospital. Purple VIPs are not going to get the session like Ranger was just mentioning with RSG, where we talk about Galaxy of Heroes. We can talk about any game you want. It's basically just an open session where we chat with you guys. You tell us what you want to know about, learn about, whatever it is. It's not specific to mods like the other one, and we'll just talk about it. And Ranger's going to do that tomorrow for the purple and higher VIPs. Now, for the gold VIPs, you guys get something new entirely. We are starting a new gold VIP video only.
Yes.
It'll be a monthly video, although this month I'm hoping to at least get in 2. It's going to be a new series of McVenom versus Finn, where we will play the games that McVenom and I have in common that we play a lot. So Magic the Gathering, Tactical Monsters, Heroes of the Storm. She's going to get Borderlands 3, so we're going to probably do that. Anthem. I mean, whatever game. We're just going to have sessions where we're going to play those games and basically go against each other. And McVenom's probably going to yell at me about different things.
Well, these things happen.
And I claim I'm cheating and all that. So gold VIPs get a whole new special series of monthly videos, possibly more frequently depending on our session. And there you go. So be on the lookout for that. We'll give you guys the specific dates for all these different sessions. And the first one Ranger just announced for the purple VIPs.
Yes,
tomorrow.
I'll be busy tomorrow. So we'll do the lunch stream. I'll take a break. I'll go run 5 miles. I'll be miserable. I'll come back. I won't be able to feel my feet. Then I'll do 2 hours of mini roster reviews. And then at 9:30, I'll hang out in the Discord for you guys. So if one person shows up, I'll talk to them. If 20 people show up, I'll talk to all of you. So it doesn't matter. It's your time with us. So there you go. Fourth Okagi just donated $2. Says AKA it is a group therapy session / support group. Yes. When we all talk, it's like, hi, I'm Ranger. Hi, Ranger. And
you can only talk if you're holding the stick or the pickle.
We pass the pickle around.
You pass the pickle.
Like, no, Fourth Okage, you don't have the pickle. You can't speak. You can't speak. So, all right, so let's do it. Let's get into, well, Finn, two big things came out this week. Neither of which were our pickles. The first one is, of course, the State of the Galaxy October. A lot of stuff in here. I've read it. You've read it. What popped into your mind as you read it?
I am not particularly looking forward to ships in GAC. That's the first thing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I am curious to see how exactly they integrate first order bonuses into GAC.
I don't think they're going to do any bonuses. You just have to do feats
I'm hoping they don't. It just says it'll focus like a themed championship. If it's just feats, that's fine.
Yeah.
I am afraid they're going to start adding bonuses, which may make it like kind of
the
the original
TW. I
So-
guarantee you, folks, I'm going to choose.
Unless it's like the original ones. Don't forget, the original TW wasn't bad. I was okay with the original.
Care. CG,
Okay.
listen to me. I know you listen to our streams. If you do some ridiculous, stupid nonsense, like adding ridiculous power and stuff to First Order in a GAC, I'm going to lose my mind. And I'm going to lose my mind on you. So don't do that. I'm cool with the feats. If you want to do stuff like you did with like Grievous and GR, where you had to win a certain amount of battles and do this and all this other stuff, cool. Great, go for it. I have no problem with that. But if you bonus them, I'm going to bonus, and by that I mean bone you live. I will destroy you on the air. Please.
Yeah. I don't think they are, but I'm just saying that's one of the worries, so I hope they don't. But, yeah, so that was the only other thing. And, I mean, the rest of it, yeah, they have some stats on relics, which is fine. They have 31,000 people that took with 31,000 characters, almost 32,000 characters.
Well, here's the thing:
that
it's
people
Relic
took to Relic 7,
31,000, about 32,000 Relic 7, and then 138,000, almost
4 through 6,
39,000 4 through 6.
And I think that's reasonable. This is supposed to be
a lot of moolah right there, Dr. Finn.
Kinda. Right, it's just the number of characters. It's just one person focusing and taking it. That might not. You could have done that for free. I mean, all of these, like 31,000 that took to Relic 7, you could do that for free if you used all of your energy and stuff and focus on taking Grievous to Relic 7. You could do that as a free to play. The number of characters here doesn't necessarily mean much to me. It means that people are taking it to Relic 7. Some of them are working on pushing it through 4 through 6. I just think it's just showing like people are understanding slowly the importance of relics, but in terms of the larger scheme of the game, not a lot of people are worried about getting to relics 4 through 6, right? The number is there. It's not a very high number, but what it is a number showing progression, but a lot of people are still just worried about getting to gear 13, which all goes to the fact that I think it was a little bit too early for this release, but if they're doing it this way, then so be it. We will deal with it.
We also got an update on territory battles. I think I should read this as Harry Carey.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. Hey, did you think Dark Side Geo TB sucked? Wait till Light Side Geo TB comes out in November. We're going to have a whole slew of new things that are going to rip you a new one. Hey, face the next to the reek. You're going to be reeking of blood when this thing gets done with you. Hell, you're not Relic 7. You might as well just not even try. Just go in and hit delete. Come try the new Light Side Geo TB, brought to you by Capital Games and Budweiser. Because you can eat a lot of alcohol to do this damn event. Holy cow!
The Geo TB coming in November strikes me as odd.
It struck me as odd. It's when I predicted it was coming.
I thought it was going to come in October. I didn't think they were going to wait another month.
I thought end of October that we would start getting new characters, like, you know, any reworks, things of that nature, leading up into end of October, beginning of November is when I thought. So it didn't really.
This is coming too late, I think, for me. But I'm wondering if part of this is because teams like Ma and Team Instinct didn't get 33 stars in September after Relics.
I don't think that really is on their mind.
I would think it is, because I find it really weird to believe that they would release a new game mode if somebody hasn't already maxed out the other one.
True. But
So I think and I don't know if they adjusted the timeline or whether they had this all the way planned, right? I feel like this is a change, and it was intended more towards the end of October rather than the beginning of November. And part of this is because the progression in Dark Side TB hasn't gone to 33 stars, so it's still kind of a game mode that is waiting to be finished.
But Mon TI are right there, so it's...
They are, but right, if they wait until one more TB, that puts them in
They've
October.
got four more.
So now it makes sense to do it
They've
in
got,
November.
2 more TVs at least? Maybe 3 before Light Side comes out. So
We probably have about 2, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll get it. I know those guys at Mall. My boy Mandy's over there, and they're right there. So I'm not.
Oh, I know that. I know they're just there, but my point is that they didn't get it in September, which would have justified the release in October. Now they're going to get it in October, which justifies the release.
Well, they never
in November.
said when they were releasing.
They
it. Now
didn't, but
have.
that's just the way it looks like what they said
Nah.
from the original thing. With when they're saying like we weren't going to do anything.
All right,
with the
take the damn
galaxies.
tinfoil hat off your head, there, Finn. Jesus.
No, it's not a tinfoil hat. You remember their
All
last
right,
State
Mr.
of the Galaxy?
Conspiracy.
No, do you remember their last State of the Galaxy?
No,
They
I
said
try
they
not to
weren't-
think of those things, Finn. I like to think of other things like butterflies and meadows and happy visual things. Don't you watch
So they said
Bob
that they
Ross?
weren't going to talk about GOTB because it would already be done, and they would address like something else during the next State of the Galaxy or the next Road Ahead post. And the Road Ahead post was supposed to be coming in November. And they kind of addressed it again in the State of the Galaxy here, which is a little weird. Why they didn't address it in the last one. So it sounded like it was going to be in October. They worded it basically, and I know Minato's going to say something, but
He already
they worded
has.
it basically to implicate October, and it seems to be pushed into November. I don't know what their original plan was. It just seems, that we have another month of like no content.
Yeah, it's fine. We've got the new dev tracker. If you want to speak about that, Finn.
So they talked about this before.
I skipped visual lag, but we've known about that. They're working on a patch for next week. Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, nothing special with that. Yeah. But they did talk about the dev tracker, which is kind of a neat resource. I mean, I don't know how much people are going to be checking it out all the time. I'm sure somebody is going to be looking at it all the time.
And by someone we mean Finn.
No, even I don't think I have time for this.
I think Finn's going to be checking it out.
I would like to. I just don't have the time for it.
Mm-hmm,
but they have a whole list of all of the bugs that they're working on, and you can kind of see what their progress is on a bunch of different things. And so you can see what their progress is with some of the performance issues and disappearing buttons, and you can just go through it and it shows you what their status is, whether it's ready to release, whether it's in progress, whether they're investigating, whether the issue is fixed. There's a Count Dooku issue right now that was fixed where PvE Count Dooku is level 1 in all PvE battles. I didn't realize that was an issue. But there you go. So you can kind of see all of this here. So it's kind of neat to see what things they're working on. This isn't going to provide you anything more than the bugs that they are working on.
So submit those bug reports, young man.
Pretty much. They're not going to show you like new content here, right? They're not going to give you a glimpse and have some, well, unless they mistakenly put it in there. But in general, they're not going to have something in there saying, we're going to put a new Death Star raid in here and then have like a tracker for you to see.
I mean, that's, yeah.
They kind of mention it in the Q&A and we'll get into that, but they're not going to show it here necessarily. This is going to be a tracking for bugs and fixes that they're doing so we can kind of see where they are with those. So nice thing to have. I think this is kind of useful. It opens up a little bit on the transparency side in terms of what CG is focusing on. And I think it's a good kind of attempt to communicate with the community about things that they're working on. So
okay. All right. So I think that covers that. Let's get into the Q&A. If I can find it. Oh, it's in general discussion now, so give me a second. Let's go to general. Should be the top
There's
thing.
so much in this Q&A.
There is a lot. So, we could have fun, Finn. I could read it as like a celebrity. The question, and then you can ask like you're one of the devs.
But we're not going to go through all of these. There's a billion questions.
But you just pick the question that you like, and then I'll read it as like...
yeah, but you're going to have to find it.
No, we'll go through each topic. If there's one in there you want me to, that piqued your interest, then we'll do that. It's simple science, man. All right, I'm just trying to entertain the fans. Okay, we'll do it your way, Mr. Boring Dickhole.
There's a lot of information in the Q&A. So like that is Minato says read it as Kermit.
I can't because I need Finn to pick a question. Like we'll go like general questions. We can go to wherever you want, and then you can say read this one, and then I'll read it, and then or actually you can read the question, and then I'll do it in the voice. I don't care.
All right, let me find a good question then.
Yes.
So they had it broken down into a few different sections: general, economy, content, relics, quality of life, and mechanics. Mm-hmm. First off, again, I really wish they changed the format a little bit of this Q&A. It's really weird the way that they just like constantly update the forum post and do this. I wish they did it more live or something like that, and also transcribed it or something like that, because it's really hard to sometimes follow these. But let's see. The first thing that kind of stuck out to me was a question regarding light side GOTB and dark side GOTB.
So where am I going?
It's in the general questions. You'll actually see it because it actually has an edit in it. So the question was, when you designed dark side GOTB, was it tuned to Gear 12, Gear 13, or Relic 7? Also, can you tell us which level light side GOTB will be tuned?
From CG Top Hat, we tuned dark side GOTB to anticipate relics. Yay! And now, we will not tell you the tuning for light side GOTB. Spoiler, relics are required. Oh, edit! Yikes! This is what happens when you're answering questions quickly. Relics are not hard required for light side GOTB, but the missions are tuned for them. My apologies for the confusion. Can you say confusion, Finn? Because this response makes me confused.
It is kind of weird. So what they're trying to say, basically, light side GOTB, you're not going anywhere without relics. The confusion came where they used the word required, and required means you may not even be able to attempt the battle without relics. So that's why they clarified. It's not hard required, and like some of like the GP requirements where you need 16,500, but it is tuned to you needing relics. So if you don't have relics, you're basically going to be behind the 8 ball going into light side GOTB. Dark side GOTB was tuned to anticipate relics, which I think we all assumed to begin with. So nothing terribly crazy there, which means that depending on what your guild and everything is doing, light side GOTB may have a higher value, or light side characters with relics may have a higher value than dark side. If light side GOTB is tuned more towards relic 7 versus dark side GOTB, which may be tuned more to relic 3, right? Just because of when they came out, what you're looking for, what you're anticipating, you'll expect light side to be harder than dark side. So it makes sense that light side is going to be tuned to a little bit of a higher relic level. So light side characters like Padme, like Anakin, like Kenobi, I'm sure they're going to get a lot more value. Like the 501st are going to get a huge amount of value in light side GOTB. So that was one of the main things that I saw in kind of the first section.
Okay, anything else?
There was, I think it was the... Let me see. The next question, actually.
Right after that one?
Yeah. So this one is a little bit more of kind of a lore-ish kind of game theme question. The question was, have you ever considered a non-combat related element to the game, such as politics, economy, or society? Star Wars heroes were much more than just combatants.
All right, listen, I'm going to totally answer this question since it's about politics. We totally always consider story and theme. No one does theme better than us when creating content and features that drive content. Just really great. It's super amazing. In fact, we have a pending future design that leans into iconic Star Wars stories and themes. We use themes more than once. Did you get that message? Did you get the memo, Finn? Themes. And use the stats of power for our characters to move through these stories. Nobody does stories like we do. It's amazing. You read these stories and you're like, I can't believe I just read this story. It's farther down the road for us, which means 2025. They're definitely on our radar. Radar is something we use to see things, Finn. I don't know if you know this.
This is so... there you go. So that was kind of just a lore question. I know a lot of us had asked about how they're incorporating Star Wars into this game, and is there anything besides just kind of this massive collection type game where we're not even really collecting heroes anymore. We're collecting random stuff in order to salvage for their lightsabers. Kind of a weird direction that the game has gone here, even though it balances it out and the relic stats and everything do end game help the game. It's not necessarily what you would consider like a Star Wars game. So they're looking at a bunch of other things also. I'm going to just summarize a bunch of them though, but they're looking at the whole Kyber issue with Divisions 1 and 2 because of the way that things scale. So they are looking at it. They're working to tune that. So that's also going to be good. They are also looking at IPD, which is another thing that was kind of big for me. I don't know if you want to read this one, Ranger, the IPD question.
Where is that still in general?
Yeah, still general. It says, the question is, IPD self-destructibility is becoming obsolete with Gear 13 and relics, making many characters able to survive an IPD bomb. Is there any consideration to increasing IPD's damage in line with the power creep in the game?
A very few specific damage mechanics have not scaled well. Let's get 13. No more complaining, no more have to go to the bathroom, especially now with relics. There's always our balance efforts are ongoing. And we'll be looking into the best way to not just bring units up to parity, but to better maintain the balance in the future. Shut up, Finn!
So, they're working on increasing the damage, hopefully, of IPD and some of these other characters, like a Savage also. They increase massive damage, they're going to increase this also. So, nice that they're looking into that kind of stuff. So, hey, Loki. I'll say hi to the sexy Buddha.
Here he is. He's sexy.
How are you doing, Loki?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Have you had a chance to look over the Q&A?
I'm doing it right now. I'm looking. I got pissed off at the relic thing, but that was about it.
Which relic one?
Or they said that they meant to design it so they can raise the relic level already. So they're already talking about raising the cap, which is...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they've been out for less than a month, and
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, of course, 31,000 people in a game of millions have a Relic 7 character, so it's time to increase it, right? I mean, that's
Yep.
that's pretty much what they're saying, so it's kind of silly. But yeah, so they added some other stuff too. AAT is being looked at for Sim, so we can look forward to that. They also mentioned an epic confrontation. So there we go. They're working on an epic confrontation, which is why that was the word of the stream. And we'll do the shout outs in a little bit here. But the epic confrontation is basically a new game mode that they talked about. It looks like it is going to include something of ships. I cannot think of anything else as a bigger epic confrontation in Star Wars than the battle at the Death Star. I mean, Ranger, is there anything else with where the game is, where everything is going, Side Geo TB, all of this, right? There could be something with Episode 9. They did hint at a lot of Episode 9 stuff coming.
Well, we already knew that.
Right,
so...
but do you think this epic confrontation has something to do with the Death Star, something more to do with Episode 9? Where...
I don't know. It's too ambiguous for me to sit there and go, oh, well, yes, it's going to be the Death Star. Or, oh, yes, it's going to be this. I don't know. Damn idea. And which Death Star are we talking about? Are we talking about the first one or the second one?
I would say the first one.
Are we going to be able to use A-Wings and B-Wings and TIE Interceptors and Defenders? These are the things that I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very passionate about this stuff, Finn.
Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty fun.
I think I picked a bad week to stop drinking alcohol, Finn.
And they defined what they mean by epic confrontation in a later question, where it's requiring specific characters, some amount of story, and puzzle elements, which I'm looking forward to.
But that describes the Death Star perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone cross-eyed.
I mean, I'm thinking it's the Death Star, but it could very well be something related with Episode 9, right? But I'm liking
It could
the
be
fact
the
that
Sarlacc pit, Finn. You don't know.
I do not know.
It could be where you take a ride down the poop chute train there with the Sarlacc.
Now, here's the thing, though. They did mention ships being involved in the epic confrontation. Now, I don't think it's going to be the whole raid. I think, again, we mentioned it before. We don't have enough ships in order to justify a whole raid for ships.
Not even close, man.
We have enough, though, for one phase.
Yeah.
We do have enough to justify one phase in a epic confrontation to be ship-based, right? Would you both agree with that?
I'll go.
Or do you think we still need more?
Loki's still reading. Don't get him involved. He's eating soup and squid, and he's trying to read. So don't involve him right now.
I mean, Loki, what do you think of the
Are you
epic
eating cheese
confrontation
sandwiches?
and
What are you
some of the
eating,
things
Loki?
they hinted at?
I'm not eating anything right now, man. I'm listening.
Are you sure you're not snacking on anything?
I wish.
Not even a Hot Pocket?
I mean, it could be episode 4, I guess. I mean, it could be.
That would be The Empire Strikes Back. No, that'd be New Hope.
New Hope, man. I mean, it could be.
My
it
bad.
could be
That's
also
episode 5.
to get Luke to, I mean, it could be that whole thing, right? Where, Obi-Wan finds Luke, and then they fight. They see Jabba, and then they escape Tatooine, and then they do all that stuff, right? It leads up to the Death Star. I don't know, but and then it could be episode 6 as well, where you get the battle on Endor, and then it leads up to the second Death Star, right? The second Death Star.
It was I who allowed the Alliance to learn the location of the shield generators.
I mean, they've loosely defined what an epic confrontation is, too, right? It's very loose in the definition, with just requiring specific characters, some amount of story, and puzzle elements. It can be whatever we want it to be, right? It can be a mod on an event. By mod, I mean like a modification. It could be a modification on an event, like a legendary event, or a heroes event, or a journey event, or even something like a Malik event, right? They can modify those and create an epic confrontation. It could be a modification on a raid where each phase requires you to have a particular set of characters or something like that, like Galactic Republic or Jedi, in order to take on or Rebels in order to take on the Death Star or something like that. The definition of epic confrontation right now is so open that I'm pretty happy with the way that they kind of worded it, just because it means that they're working on actual content. And
I'm fine with that.
I'm glad to see that. Like, I hope this game just doesn't end up being about relics and gear and the freaking scavenger. I mean, it's all different things that we can hopefully work on.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in the Q&A that tickles?
Well, what was that, Loki?
Tickles your guys' pickles or? Oh, we just had Richard Willis pledge $5 via Patreon. Thank you, Richard Willis. Whoever you are out there in TV land, oh, thank you, sir. Sorry, I had to interrupt with that fast breaking news information.
Yeah, no, man. I was just saying. I just hope it's not a reskin, because that's all they've been doing now, is just reskins. And to me, that's not new content. It's just a reskin. So, I'm not complaining about it, though. I mean, their reworks on the characters have been great.
Yeah.
But again, it counts as a reskin, not true new content. So,
I mean, the unfortunate thing is, though, the whole title of Epic Confrontation and everything is used with Malik. I hope that this isn't a reskin of the Malik event. I want them to do something more with it. So, we'll see, but I really hope that they do something more than just the Malik and make the Epic Confrontation something better than what it was previously and just keep on expanding upon it. But we'll have to see what they do. We never know.
All right, Finn. Anything else in the Q&A that tickled your pickle?
So GA is planning on having ships again, right? So we will have to...
And 3v3.
Mm-hmm. So we're basically looking
Don't get me wrong. For those that love 3v3, I'm happy for you. But in my book, that makes me want to go just listen for hours to a a Wookiee that is stroking, if I can put it mildly.
The other question that was intriguing, mainly because of the way they answered it. So the question was, with relics increasing the power of pilots and therefore ships, how does ships without pilots evolve? And the response was, we are aware of this growing gap and we are actively exploring ways to ensure that crewless ships do not fall behind in power. We only have one.
But it's hardware, right? I mean, that's how they do it.
They can do it with hardware, yeah. But I mean, the hardware right now is only if you're coming in as a reinforcement anyways. So if it's not a reinforcement ship, then there's really nothing you're potentially doing, right?
No, they used to have that little hardware button, and then it never happened. They took it out. Where you
Oh, yeah. You're right. They basically just threw that out. Is this still even in the game? I thought that's where they replaced it and added all the...
I don't know.
The reinforcement. Hold on, I have to check right now. I don't know if they have the hardware stuff in there.
All right.
Yeah, they still...
We have
No,
our
they don't.
man Infinity researching
They don't.
this epic news story.
They do not have the hardware there anymore. So it could be hardware. I was just surprised by the way they answered this because it's right now just one ship. It's one pilotless ship that we have in the game. And somehow we're aware of this growing gap. I'm curious if they have a bunch of other pilotless ships that we're hopefully going to be able to see. I really hope they do. Because that's really the only way to get that much more ships into the game to actually make it usable. So their response to that makes me think that we have more pilotless ships coming in. I don't know what they're going to be, but I think pilotless ships are
Well, they don't
coming.
need pilotless ships. They can just have ships like B-Wings and A-Wings that just don't have anything associated with it. I mean, come on, you can do that, CG. Jesus.
Yes, I think that's what they're doing. I think based on this answer, we are going to see, and pilotless ships meaning from our player perspective, right?
Yeah,
There's
well,
not
we
a
don't need
character
a
tied to the ship.
associated with it. Okay.
Right.
I need a
And
little clarification there, but yes. I mean, come on, man.
So I do take this as a hint from them that we're going to see more pilotless ships with the way that they're
Makes
responding to this.
sense.
Yes, it does. And here's the other thing, right? We asked this question before. Side Geo TB is coming up. Maybe some of the stuff that we're going to get is going to be more Galactic Republic ships, since we have 2 Galactic Republic capital ships, right? And we only have enough Galactic Republic ships to field 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Mace Windu kind of gets stuck in the back burner if you have Negotiator. So I'm really hoping that this means that specifically Galactic Republic may get more of them. So we can fill out that Mace fleet again.
John Moran. Next pilot free ship will be an Ewok pilot with a dead Ewok killed by the vacuum.
Awful, John. Awful. Just awful. You're just awful.
Release the Ewok gliders! Frozen corpses on gliders getting nuked by TIE fighters.
Awful. Just awful. You, sir, are awful. That's all I gotta say. It's awful.
I can just see it. High marks on that one, JM. Oh my god.
Awful. Awful.
Just how ruthless would that be? Release the Ewoks. Sir, they're not being very combat effective. Well, that's because they're all dead and frozen. Haven't laughed like that since I was a little girl. Thank you.
Awful.
Fantastic. Ewok zombies. I don't know what's more funnier, that statement or the fact that Finn's over there just dying.
You all should be ashamed of yourselves.
No, they shouldn't.
Ashamed.
Here's to you.
Just completely ashamed of yourself.
Oh God, that's fantastic. Well, it is Halloween month, man.
Oh, awful.
All right. Anything else in the Q&A? Jesus.
So, some other stuff that they mentioned, and you guys can read this again. There's a lot of information that they put in here. Some of it is all
I'm
just
scrolling
kind of
through.
Yeah.
Scrolling.
They put some
my
things in here
fingers
that you guys
swollen.
can look at and just kind of see. It's just regular gameplay stuff, nothing game breaking or anything. They did mention that it was going to they have sandbox mode in their books.
Yeah, I saw that one. Something maybe we'll get in the future. They are looking into it. That's all I can ask, right? That's all we can ask. We've been asking for that for a while. It's the biggest community ask, so definitely. Says Night War just donated $2. Says that was me who joined. Well, there we go. But yeah, sandbox mode would be great. Did we lose Finn? He's all quiet now. Did he freeze?
He might have frozen.
I guess the Ewok thing really tripped him up, Loki. So let's just talk about you for a little bit, Loki. What's new? How's the many girlfriends and kids?
Damn, he left. Look at that. He left us. Oh, he's back. You're on mute.
Finn?
He's good.
Still upset about all the Ewoks. You all should be ashamed. That's all I gotta say.
You might need him for the epic confrontation.
Shame on all of you. Okay, so they added some other stuff. I don't know where I got cut off. I think my internet just kind of like randomly froze. But the sandbox, they're working on that.
Yeah, we're talking about the sandbox, and I was like, well, eventually we'll get it. They're looking into it. That's all we can ask for.
Yep. They did talk about one of the calculations we've talked about before and basically confirmed it. Crit chance versus crit avoidance. They basically just subtract it from each other, right? So it's your crit chance minus their crit avoidance gives you what your chance is to crit. Pretty straightforward. We already kind of knew that a little bit, but there you go. That's what that works. So that's pretty much it.
The other thing was that they couldn't do the, for me, one of the things was the mod cap. What a bunch of BS. Really? You can add all this other content and stuff in the game and add all these features and characters and things, but you can't add additional space for mods?
So here's the thing. I don't necessarily doubt their reason.
I do.
What I do have an issue with is they introduce this into the game without a solution for it.
That's a great way of putting it.
I am disappointed that they introduced mods.
That's a great way of putting it.
Without any insight to the fact that mods are going to grow with players, with characters, with content.
How do you
and
not
if you're
foresee adding more characters? Because mods came before a lot of these characters came in the game, and not foresee the need to have more inventory space for mods.
Well, it's not just the fact that we need inventory space. Here's the biggest issue. They are forcing us to require more mods.
Oh, I mean,
because
it's all
if
part
you
of it.
remember what it was, forget about mods 1.0. If you remember how it was when mods came out, what were we looking for? Speed.
Yeah.
We were just looking for speed. Offense wasn't even that important, right?
No.
Maybe crit damage. Crit damage was the only other one. It was a 4-piece bonus of either.
Yeah, crit chance,
we weren't looking at
damage.
offense before. Offense came afterwards.
A little bit
when they
afterwards,
started
but those are the big
more.
ones. Let's kind of.
But it was pretty much just speed.
Yeah.
Like even the damage wasn't outdoing what you were getting for the speed, and so we were just focusing on speed. And then, if you remember, CG, and I can't remember. I want to say this was about a year ago or so, maybe even more. They basically came out and said that we understand that speed is currently the main thing in the game, but we want players to use other stats as well. And since then, we've seen a bit of rebalancing, which is fine. We've seen more emphasis on health on particular characters. We've seen more emphasis of protection on certain characters.
Yeah.
Offense on certain characters. Crit damage, tenacity, potency. We're seeing different characters utilizing more of these, and they haven't changed how many mods we can hold, which doesn't allow us to fit these characters into these different things that they're intentionally forcing us to try and use these other stats and not allowing us the resources to really do it, because we can't store the mods in order to make sure.
Well, yeah, because you have to see how a mod's going to
types.
transpire, and if you don't have the mod salvaged to immediately do a mod, you have to put it on hold, right? And then try to get it done as you're collecting more mods, trying to get a certain key stats for certain mods. And you just don't have enough space. It's mind-numbing to think. I just was very disappointed in that answer, because I know they're full of crap. Do not sit there and tell me you can add gigabytes of new visual stunning stuff, which I'm sure Side Geo TB will be with all these new characters and information, but you can't increase the mod inventory from, say, 500 to 750.
I kind of believe them a little bit on that, though.
No,
because there's
that doesn't make sense, Finn. That does not make sense.
But the graphics and stuff are handled on the client side, so there's a differentiation with a lot of the stuff they do with client side versus server side. Mods are going to be stored on server side, which means that if they are increasing every player with an additional 5 mods, it's a lot of extra space that they have to somehow deal with. Not that they can't.
As much money as this company is making, that is...
So that's a separate... Yeah, that I don't necessarily disagree. I think if it is because of space, right, then they have ways to solve it. It may be a technical constraint right now, but it's not one without a solution. That's what I'm thinking this is, that their technical constraint is more on how much processing speed there is to kind of keep all of these mods organized, sort these mods, and I think that's where their issues are. And I don't doubt that there are these technical issues, but it's something that needs to get done immediately. They need to fix this immediately, because mods is this game, regardless of what they're trying to do with relics, and relics are important.
They are, but I mean, I
mods
could be out relic by somebody.
The king of the game.
My mods are better. I'm kicking people's asses with relic 7s because I'm like, I got better mods. You know, so I mean, it's the nature of the game, but I was like, really, no. I don't buy it. I think it's stupid, and I'm sorry. I don't believe you, CG. And no offense, CG, but you haven't done a lot. There's been some things that you have done that have garnered my mistrust in some of the things that you say. Your intentions may be good, but your actions and things in the past have dictated me to say I call BS on this one. If there's a will, there's a way. Do not tell me you can't do something, because if you couldn't, I guarantee you, if they could make money off that, they'd be all over that, like, just quicker than you can, than anything. I mean, you see the Flash done, right? So I mean, which I don't understand why they're not, because mods can cost people money that are trying to invest in mods. So I'm just really puzzled by that, you know.
My problem is the second part of that statement, though. It's not the first part. The first part where they say that there's technical constraints that block us from increasing this, I actually don't necessarily have a problem with that. My problem is the second one where it says related, we're looking into different ways to make selling mods easier. I don't think they understand. We're not trying to sell mods. It goes back to the whole issues of, like, when we ask for stuff in TB and they give us stuff that we didn't ask for.
Right. It just,
because they think we understand. I don't know why they don't ask the players what specifically they want to do. There is an aspect of this where we wish that we could sell mods easier. Particularly when I level a mod and I am on that mod screen, I would like to be able to say sell rather than having to search and go find that mod.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a small little ask.
That's not the problem. The problem is we have so many mods, and it isn't that for the people that care about mods, I'll put it that way. For the people that care about mods, it isn't that we're looking for easier ways to sell it all the time. It's that we find use for so many of these mods in all the different game modes that you put out, and in remodding characters to make a particular team work better. all these things come together because we want to use the mods in order to customize our character. You've actually shifted, to your credit. I'm giving them credit here. To your credit, you have made other stats important, still not more important than speed on a lot of characters, but you have made other stats more important. And you are not giving us the resources in order to capitalize on that and have fun in this game.
So I think it's half a dime, dozen of the other. It's basically, I have an issue on one side of it, you have the issue on the back side of it. So we have our different issues with it, but
either way, not happy with the result.
No. We all have different aspects about it. It just was very puzzling because when I first heard, I'm like, technical issues? What? What are you talking about, man? Like, what? So, there we go.
I mean, Loki, you're more of a mod master than I am because I don't have as good of mods as you do. But is that a fair statement? That it's not necessarily you're looking to sell mods more. It's more about the fact that you're trying to get more mods of different types in order to play around with characters and see if some fit better with defense, some with offense, and not have to be like forced to sell it because you've hit a cap.
Yeah, there's different mod sets I use for the same tune. Some of them I'll have a really maxed it's like those videos that are popping up with solo nest, right? So you either have a fast mod set for nest or you have a real tenacious mod set, right? So that's a good example. I would love for them to give us that space. I think one of the ways they could probably do it is just eliminate the crappy mod tiers. Like, I mean, who still rocks like 3-star mods?
Yeah,
right?
they talked about. Yeah, that's a great point, Loki. Did you see that question about the 4-dot mods that they weren't planning on doing anything with them? I'm like,
yeah, I mean that's eating up space right there. If it's really a constraint on their end, just eliminate them or give us a way to upgrade them, I guess, or something. Maybe we can take 5 4-dot mods and create a 5-dot mod, or something like that. Some kind of like a Java scavenger for mod of some sort, where we can upgrade them. But they should just eliminate those mod tiers altogether, so then we have more room for the 5-dot mods or the 6E mods. And then if 7E hits or whatever it is, we'll have room for that as well. But the more, I mean, their solution right now is to come out with more tunes so they can use them as mods.
yeah, but that's only 6 mods. That doesn't even.
Right, exactly. I mean, it'd be nice to put mods in the ships, right? Because all the ships got shrunk.
I mean, I'm constantly having to filter through mods, sell mods, and it's
definitely not fair. Because I'm sure a lot of other players, they have different mod sets for Grand Arena Championships.
Absolutely.
And raids and whatever other game modes there are. You take the one tune and you got like 5 sets for them. We should be able to do that. So they need to do something. And yeah, I mean, what else 73 said? There's a cargo ship tag, and we've never used it yet. So in the cargo trunks. And
listen, we're not smuggling spice here, Loki. All right.
We're smuggling mods. Stick them in those cargo ships.
I never thought I'd be smuggling myself. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't believe in the little mod store thing that there's still like 3-dot mods you can buy or 4-dot. Like, I mean, they should get rid of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get people that buy them, though, at the lower levels that don't really know about mods well enough to know that it's really not a good idea to buy 3-dot mods and 4-dot mods anymore. I used to advocate for it back when there wasn't the whole progression of 5-dot. Now, there's no way. There's zero chance that I would advocate for that. So
yeah. All right. Anything else in the Q&A that you're seeing, Loki, or Finn, that you want to discuss? I think we hit a lot of the big points, but if there's anything else on your mind on there, let's discuss it.
Nothing for me. I mean, everything else is a little bit just more of like the content and doing that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to comment on is there's still one post listed as reserved, right? In that Q&A. It's blank. And it's because we just didn't use it for anything right now, which is fine. What I would say, though, is Crumb, in his description, called himself the Puzzle Acolyte and really had nothing from him in this post.
Crom.
So it is possible, because you don't get these notifications with your bots, right? When they edit a post, you only get it when they like post for the first time. Keep an eye out on that reserved. A clue may pop in there. That's all. That's the only thing I'm thinking, potentially, right?
I have never
a clue
played
may
you
pop
before,
into that
Crom.
reserved post from Crom. Because there really wasn't any other game or puzzle or clue that really stood out with this.
No.
So that's the only thing I would just kind of mention. Just keep an eye out on that reserve post, because that seems a little fishy to me.
All right. With that, let us... You know what I think we should do? We should do the shout-outs, Finn.
Yep.
Shout it, shout it out.
So I have the Patron shoutouts and the YouTube and Twitch shoutouts and the Fin stuff for you, and I'll start collecting the shoutout word of the day ones.
Do I need to do them? I mean, what are we doing? I mean, am I doing this?
You do the Fin stuff. The chat can decide what kind of voice you're doing.
Oh, for God's sakes. All right, Patreon shoutouts. A lot of these names are going to be rehashed, but that's okay because we love you, skewers. All right, so our Patreon shoutouts. Oh, I think I added these already there. No, these are just normal Patreon. These aren't gold ones. Okay. Alu12, B-Matsu, the Spam Lover, CBO97, and Chaos 13, my military brothers. From Another Mother, Chopper BZ, Clone Troop 211, the Skywalker Commander himself, Contingent 33, Dangerfield, Darth Teflon, Darth Bob, Darth Vader Mate, Deadpool Kyle 28, Devil's Treasure, Doc Ravage, Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel alright, Drewman 95, Airrock 123, Gozo Bozo, my homie, Hogzilla, Hennessy from our friends at the ANZGC, It Poops Bombs regularly here, Jaka BM, the lovely Jaka, hey Jaka, Jai Jack Canna, Jon Snow Awakens, Just a Bum, Just, no more, no less. Callison, Kashmir, Matthew M. Thomas, the lovely Mazi Kanadi, Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, Moss Mikey, Andy Fox, the lovely Ouchie Dumpling, Pickle Lover herself, Ray Rock, Ridia, Riverboy 12, the best human being on the planet, Mr. Rose, Taco, Raneta, there he is, the Soulless One, Stanley Red, Shadowvale, Mage-Town Brothers, Sith Lord, Slasher and Road, Spaceman Tim, Spider, Strum, and Suicide Squad. And a few more here. Teals, Tallywhack, which is short for Tallywhack My Necker, The Tor, Walter Arnold, and of course, holding it all together, we've got Whiny Skywalker 1971. For our YouTube member shoutouts, we got Bad Rongo, B-Matsu, the Spam Lover again, spreading the spam message around the world. Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33, Devil's Treasure, RB Pirates in here. Dexatronic, Dr. Feelgood again, FCME 123 through 9. I'm the Dad, not the Mama. Jacob Baxter, Jason Hummel, John Moran, the lovely Maz Kanata, Revenator, the Soulless One, Sean G, LHT Reptiles, Shad Ragnar, the Red Kelly, Slash Ren Rose, Swagga Gretchen. Ooh, hello, Swagga Gretchen. Tills, our Team Money be here as well in here. More pirate stuff in the YouTube membership. Horror. Tross Ravon, Len Griffey Jr., What Else 23, and Youngin. Boy, I tell you what, we got a Youngin in here, friend. He be trying to do that YouTube stuff, let me tell you. And then Tier 2 Twitch subscribers, we got Donko Viscon. And then our Tier 1 is BCM the Viking himself, Corinth the Mad Mage, Doc Ravage, Dr. Feelgood making us feel good all over, GGL Ghost Rider 76, Hogzilla, again the lovely Maz Kanata and Ouchie Dumpling, Sanely Red, Slasher and Rhodes, and of course Teals. There we go. So those are all our special shout-outs there.
All right, so who should we do for the chat shoutouts? 'Cause I have that in the chat now.
You did what to the chat?
I put the chat shoutouts now.
Oh,
in
Lord.
there. Who should we have as chat shoutouts? You know, we haven't had him for a while. I kind of miss him. Can we get Randy Newman?
Oh, no. No.
What happened to our Zoom? We were all blacked out.
Oh, did it go poofy? Sorry.
It went poofy.
Sorry, I had to...
Poof.
It went poof when I did that thing.
Poof.
I went to Discord and it went poofy.
Puff.
Peekaboo.
All right. Let's see. Sorry about that. You know, I'm trying to do a million things at once. Finn's got me over here trying to read goddamn shout outs and stuff. I really don't feel like doing Randy Newman. I don't know.
All right. Who does the chat want? Who does the chat want to see?
Yeah, let's let chat decide.
They're saying Yoda.
Well,
Darth Revan said Yoda.
Yoda.
Kashmir said Quagmire.
All right. Giggity.
Okay, let's do Quagmire. You know, we haven't done. Okay, you haven't
hard.
worked on it? Okay.
I mean, I can do little bits of Quagmire, but I haven't got him down.
Okay.
I refuse Jar Jar on principle. Get the hell out of here.
Arnold.
Oh, God.
A frozen Ewok. Really?
Oh, God. Hank Hill.
Oh, my God.
Boy, I'll do Hank Hill. There we go.
Okay,
That's
do
fine.
Hank Hill. I don't think we've had Hank Hill do the shoutouts before.
Boy,
He's made appearances. But...
Boy, I tell you what, that goddamn Finn and Loki been whacking off in my tool shed too much. Now I got a list of suspects here to try to figure out who else is with them. We got Aperingo, Apropos Wuhan. That sounds like one of them Oriental names I saw in the war. Atomic Fish, Azarius, Bimatsu, CBO 9-7, Contingent 33, Darth Revan 1023. He skipped a number there, Finn. He's out of order. It should be 0123. Boy, I'll tell you what, these young kids today just sure can't do math. Danny Crane, Dexatronic, Darth Coco, Dr. Feelgood. I heard he makes you feel all right. Something whacking off in my tool shed. Dreamy Mushroom, The Durgan, Han Cholo, Hellenix, Jason Hobby, JTB, Jorge Calvacante. That sounds French, and I'm not very good at that kind of language there.
It's not French, it's Portuguese.
Listen, I'll be saying what I damn well feel
Brazilian.
like, Finn. You know what, Finn? If you want to read them damn shout-outs, I can get you in there.
I'm trying to help you, Hank.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Finn, you sure got a mouth on you. I'd beat that ass if I could. John Moran, JV420, Kashmir, Luke Thigh Rocker. Oh my. Well, this is why we need that good Christian. We need to change that. Luke Hug Rocker or something. That's just nasty. Minato Nami Kikaze. Oh lordy. Miss Farquhar. I like me some Lady Farquhar. Nathaniel Morgan. I like me a little bit of Captain Morgan once in a while, Finn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No Bunaga. I think that's French too. Algae Dumpling. Prometheus, Ray Rock, Raider Nation. That's a new one. I'm not very fond of the Raiders. I like me some Texas stuff here. But that's all right.
They got to deal with Antonio Brown, just like my Steelers did.
Look,
so,
we don't talk about Antonio Brown on this podcast here, friend. Let me tell you. Ronan Zai, Rose Taco. That sounds sexual. They should be ashamed of yourself. Shay Locomotive, Skywalker Vader. That's like one of them oxymorons or something. Slash Van Rhodes. Spider, Xylo Takedown. You know, I heard he's called the Stoner Jedi. I don't like that, Finn. You should stay away from that icky.
I hope he feels better, by the way. Shout out to Xylo.
Oh, that's right. He hurt himself. Well, get some of this sticky icky. Torn Jacks, Wait a minute. Who let that goddamn hippie in here? Have you seen his unhealthy stream there, Dr. Finn?
It is not unhealthy.
Well, there's a lot of glitter sticks and naked women running around there.
It must be taken in moderation.
You know, I think he's been sniffing too much of the propane, if you know what I'm saying. Walter Arnold, Wayne Griffey Jr., World Girl 128, What Else 73, Wolf Fell. That doesn't make sense, Finn. Wolf Fell. Fell where? God damn it. Why don't y'all get your damn names right here? Utah, and then just DJ. He didn't want to include anything else, god dang it. He just wanted to put old DJ right there. There you go. There's all the shout-outs.
Thank you, guys.
We always want to shout out you guys because you watch the stream, you support us in everything you do, so it's the least we can do to make sure you guys get some kind of shout-out. So we very much appreciate it.
All right. So now we can go to our Twitter question.
Oh, Twitter question
jump
time.
Into our regular question. We also have an appearance. We have kind of a big deal with us now.
God damn it!
What's up,
You
what's
better
up,
not be
what's
that.
up?
That better not be that hippie Grande Patron. Talk about
Definitely
sniffing the
not a
propane. I don't know if you know this, but me and Grande are both from the great state of Texas.
Whoop, whoop.
But unfortunately, we disowned Grande because he's had too many relations with chickens.
Oh my
I don't know
god.
about relations, but
Last time I checked, Grande, you were chasing chickens with the jacket. I don't want to know what you wanted to do with them. Not what a good Christian man should be doing out there in the middle of the day, just going around chasing chickens.
Oh my god, this is awful. Okay, so our Twitter question.
Don't tell me it's awful, Finn, because you're the one that tells us to whip out our pickles all the time, you
Well,
communist.
that's a good thing to do. You always got to whip out your pick.
All right.
All right. So the question was, what question did you not get answered in the October Q&A of SWGOH that you wish would have been answered? So the first one ends up being a three-parter.
Oh.
So the response is, how do they plan to relieve player constipation in light of competition from a new game mode diversion
Well,
that
let me
has
tell
immersive
you.
player communication and weapons with lots of conflagration? Continuation of the same
God.
constrictions over the last 4 years'
All
duration
right.
has a lot of people in open confrontation with people responsible for the game's creation.
I told you this
By
was
my
gonna
calculation,
happen, Finn.
There's going to be a massive cancellation of lots of player recreation
Wh-
and a huge migration to better, more interactive simulation, along with any financial compensation. Ergo, come play Call of Duty Mobile with me.
What is this, the Bayou boy from Saturday Night Live? What happened, Ranger? Confrontation. Did you win? Discretion. And then what happened? Masturbation.
yikes.
There you go. The next one, the question that they were hoping CG would answer in the Q&A is Grande still playing the game? The next one.
If you ever want to know if I'm playing the game, just check my SWGOH.
There you go.
Yeah. The next one, I asked, what in the F were you people thinking with Gear 14, aka Relic? Seriously, I am so PO'd with that crud. I miss Scotty and Mist and the dozens of other regular old content creators, SWGOH gamers who quit because of this crap.
I mean, what's the deal with Relics and Gear 14? I want to know.
I think it's actually good for the balance of the game. It's just going to take a little while for people to get.
Oh yeah.
Next one. My answer about how many questions about Eternal Twins can Ranger take.
What did I tell you?
snapping
What did I goddamn tell you,
Was
Finn?
not anger. Was not answered by Ranger.
Next question.
Oh wait, CG.
Where's
right.
Revenant?
When
I'm
will-
banning
wait,
him
wait,
right now.
you'll
I'm
like this
banning.
next
No,
part.
I'm banning him right now. Where's he?
You'll actually like this next part. It says, oh wait, CG, right. When will Porgs come to the game so Chewbacca can have his relic ability barbecue? He kind of redeemed himself a little bit with you on that one.
No, he didn't. I said.
Yeah, but then he made a comment about barbecue Porg.
Finn, just because you spray perfume on poop doesn't mean the poop is still not poop.
I know, but it smells a little better.
No, it still smells like poop with perfume.
Yeah, but it smells like poop with perfume.
And
It's
especially
just
when
not
I
straight
warned
poop.
you, if you take another poop in the open, there would be consequences.
Well,
We all. Okay.
I am not used to this. You have trained in taking poops in the open. I have not, sir.
Well, what you want to do, Finn, is you want to take your E-tool and you want to dig a hole, and then you... Rhonda knows what I'm saying. All my military
I know
brothers
what
and
you're
sisters
saying.
out there. know
I'm
what
sure
saying.
you guys know. That's what I'm saying.
FM101
You can only hold it for
Field
about 3
Sanitation. It is actually a field manual in the Army.
You can
It's
only hold it
legit.
for about 3 days, and then you know. a
Yeah,
man's
MREs
gotta
are not
do,
good
or a lady's
for,
gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Constipation.
Next one. We are having just all kinds of random nuggets of information for you guys today. Next one. When does your next game come out? SWGOH gives me chronic depression and intense anxiety. My doctor told me to stop playing, but I already sold my soul. I can't get a refund on it.
See us in 2020 Lego Star Wars game.
Next one. Why is the game now Star Wars Gearing of Heroes?
That's
It's not wrong.
not wrong, yeah.
All right. Those were the responses.
All right, so those are some good responses.
I think the 3-parter was my favorite. That took a lot of cleverness to put together.
It was very clever. It was just so long.
It was, but there is a reason for it, so I like it.
I know what Ouchie was trying to go for there. Mm-hmm. And I knew it was Ouchie as soon as I got the COD at the end.
Yep. Or come play Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah,
yeah.
We know, yeah.
So, I like that one. I like his Grande still playing the game.
It was too long, Ouchie. It was brilliant, but long. I mean, if you just done like a couple, 1 or 2 sentences, I would be like,
And despite the barbecue porg, I have to give Revenator the 3rd. I think the Eternal Twins and the porg hitting both me and Ranger at the same time, that was impressive.
That's
I have
disqualified.
To be objective about it.
Objections might have. Get that.
I'm being objective. I think that was
I disqualify that one on principle.
He got me to read it because of Eternal Twins.
I told you not to read it,
the
Finn.
barbecue porg.
See, now I'm not so angry with him. I'm angry at you because I told you not to do that.
Let's see how many Eternal questions we get in the night. For questions.
I will start banning people, Finn. I will not dick around tonight. I have been getting it for a couple of days now, and I am on the warpath. I'm on the warpath.
All right, let's go with questions here. All right, first question from Utah says, "Do we think Darth Revan will return in December or push to January?"
It's a good question. I'm going to say January.
I'm going to say December.
I think December's going to be all the new Episode 9 stuff.
I think we're going to get actually. Yeah, I think it's going to be Darth Revan in December. Grande, December, January for Darth Revan.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
But you have to pick...
What? Was that not right?
So the question was, do we think Darth Revan will return in December or be pushed into January?
Oh, January.
That's like getting a question.
Yes.
It's like you get a question here, says sex. You go, yes, please.
Basically,
man or woman, both.
Loki, December or January?
Hamburgers.
Okay.
I just said yes. Come on, man.
Yeah, something like that.
His response was yes, one of those. Basically, like, oh my god.
Grande, do you want catfish or chicken tonight? Yes, I would like the steak.
I don't know what else to do. Okay, there we go. So you have in your responses, response to whether or not it will return in December or January, you have Ranger saying January, I am saying December, Grande says yes, and Loki says hamburger. Welcome to RSG.
I did change that to December.
Too late. You started out with yes. All right. Next question from Jacob Ward. Question: did it seem they just cut off the Q&A halfway through? Only 2 game mechanic questions and a whole other reserved post that was unused.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if they cut it off halfway, but that reserved one was a little curious. I will say that it was curious.
I agree with you, Finn. Something like that.
Next one, Nathaniel Morgan question: how does Ranger feel about ships being in epic confrontation? Also, how many people are screwed because of it?
A lot. The second part of that. I mean, the problem with ships, they haven't done enough with them. So it's kind of hard to be motivated and excited when we have limitations set by the number of ships we have in game. If you say raid to me and I hear ships, I'm like, okay, what else are you adding with ships to help make that more worthwhile?
We'd have to have like a really weak section, and then like,
you know,
you'd have to have like a really weak section.
I don't know how they would do it unless they get more, combat effective aircraft in there. Let me tell you.
Because confrontation, if they mirror it after the Malik event, right, that might mean we need something like the Millennium Falcon on one side, and then something else on the other. I mean, it's just one phase, effectively, of the epic confrontation if they mirror it after Malik. if they make it like a new style of a raid and make it another phase, it's just one phase. You have 4 lineups that you can effectively use. 5 if you just throw ships under mace, pretty much. But
the challenge here, though, is that ships hit really hard for their effective health.
yeah,
Oh
You know what I
Lord,
mean?
yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I mean,
let
ships
us
hit-
thy ships, so thou might go forward and smite thy Death Star. 3 is not enough.
Mm.
4 is right around the number. 5 is too far.
So yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I mean, you got Ranger's response to that.
Yes.
Raider Nation. Question.
Before that, Finn, may I say something, please?
Sure.
Can I please ask the skewers out there watching us with your pickles or your food or whatever you're doing out there? Maybe you're watching the American League wildcard game at the moment. We have 100 and almost 60 people watching us, but we only have 42 likes.
Oh,
Can I beg for
need
some
to-
likes?
I need
I'm
to like
begging.
that. I need to like that.
Yeah, can you, I'm asking nicely, please. Poor favor.
Do it for Pickle Rick. It's Pickle Rick.
Well, it's a pickle. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd be very appreciative if you could give us some more thumb action on the stream. That's all we're asking for. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. So there we go. All right, go ahead and get to Raider Nation's question, please, sir.
There we go. Okay. So, Raider Nation question. I'm kinda in a bind. I have to farm Shakti and Anakin ship, but Jesus, farming both of them are killing me. I'm farming both right now. Should I stay on target or pick one and then do the other?
You stay on target, young man.
Pick one, do the other. There's no benefit. So if your goal is to try and get these ready for some kind of event that requires 7-star, right? It is better to have at least one of them as 7-star and one of them not as 7-star than both of them stuck at like 5.5 stars. So pick one and focus, whichever one, whichever your gut is kind of telling you maybe needed a little bit more. Anakin ship is likely going to be used more under negotiator. So if you are working towards negotiator and you're getting close to the unlock, then I would say work on Anakin ship. If you're trying to work towards light side Geo TB, I would say work on Shakti.
Where are you talking? Anakin ship. Okay,
What?
I'm fine with it. You gonna talk about trying to use get to for Kenobi
If he's getting a negotiator, then go for Anakin ship. If you're not going for negotiator, then
So
go with Shakti.
I've kind of changed my mind a little bit. I think you should probably go for an unlock only.
For negotiator, I agree.
Just an unlock, and then save up enough for whatever the next unlock should be.
Forget two.
Yes.
Okay, so you would say just farm Shakti then with your fleet current or with your fleet energy.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I would just farm Shakti. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing 3 refreshes. I'm not.
Well, do you have
necessarily-
Anakin at 7-star?
I do have Anakin.
So if you didn't, would
If
you
I-
farm Anakin over Shakti in any situation?
I mean, you're gonna do 3x50s because it's the cheap energy, right? So the answer is both. Do 3x50s on ship's energy, and farm both.
Both split or both finish one and then go to the other?
I would do both for free. So I would do my 5 free ones on both. You get enough natural gain to do both for free.
So I'm going to guess if he's free to play, he is not doing the 350s.
So, but if you look at just how much you gain more than 200 in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So he can do both with no refreshes,
Right.
right?
Okay, so you're saying just no refreshes, just focus on that. Okay.
I would do no refreshes and just natural gain, and not spend the whatchamacallit. Not spend if you're not spending on that energy, use just your natural gain and do all the hard nodes that you think are needed.
Okay. There you go. Let's see. Next question. Kaze Kage too easy. Question: when can we storm CG headquarters with pickles?
We're Nagutu running or whatever you call it.
What?
What do you call it? Nagari running? What do you call that thing?
What do you
Where
call
you run,
what?
Where you run like this with your arms behind you?
You mean
Oh.
Naruto, you psychopath?
Yeah. Yeah. You're Naruto running. With your pickles. So what you do is you put a pickle in both hands. You run
It's your
like
day
this.
to deal with him, Ben.
You run like this, right? That's how you
You
run.
basically
You
started
run
out by
you
saying
run-
we're
you
sushi
run
running.
Like this. You run like this. Yeah. You California roll.
Oh my gosh, you California run roll. What the? Oh my god.
I'm not even going to justify what he was just. I'd like to apologize to all the Naruto
Oh,
fans.
like what the hell is nigiri running? Isn't nigiri like a type of sushi? It's like what the?
I mean,
the hell?
folks, when Grande Patron's on, this is the kind of quality
I miss
dumbass
Grande.
responses you can expect.
It's felt like forever since I've talked to Grande. I miss this. God, nigiri running. You know what? This needs to be a challenge. We all need to run with sushi in our hands.
Yeah, that sounds
Build the
great.
pot.
It is.
It's the sushi run challenge at Disney.
God, he smells like fish. Oh, that's Grande. It was nigiri running.
Oh my God. We now do have to come up with a nigiri run challenge of some kind.
You gotta do
Where,
it.
where I'm running with a fish in my hand, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm nigiri running.
Oh my God. Loki, I leave you in charge of this. Because Ranger and I have watched Grande too much. You need to come up with our nigiri run challenge.
I'm not doing any kind of damn nigiri
Can you
run
imagine
challenge.
trying to run with a fish in your hand? It better be dead and not alive. I gotta tell you that sucker.
No,
that sucker
you know
that
what'd be
just-
funny is we
flip and
run
flop
with
you out of
a
your handy right there.
like you have goldfish in a bag and you're running with it.
Oh my God.
A goldfish in a bag, like one of those ones that they like put the air in and they tie the knot
Yeah.
all kind
Yep.
of neat. Yeah. Hey, maybe we should run with some beta fish.
Oh
my God.
Or some piranha in a bag. How about that?
No.
So we have to find a fish store, buy a fish, and then run from said fish store all the way back to our hotel holding a fish in a plastic bag.
No.
God,
No.
this is the weirdest. Oh my God, this is.
Yeah, no. I can tell you
And then
for a
at
fact
the
that I
end
will
we
not
can
be
say, like,
doing that.
No fish were harmed in the making of this video.
No.
I blame Kazekage too easy for asking that question.
Yeah.
Hellenix, question: what happened to my favorite RSG crew member, McVenom? Y'all mentioned she was going super casual. Did she piss someone off? Also, whose arse am I kicking over this? So McVenom actually had just been really busy.
Yeah, she's just got a lot of stuff in life going on, folks.
Yeah, she is currently traveling.
Yeah.
She is in the Philly area right now for some work conference stuff with Mr. McVenom.
Yep.
So she'll be back soon, hopefully, but she's just been swamped with her work and everything lately. Even then, she wasn't planning on missing Wednesday night, but stuff has just been way too crazy lately for her. So she should be back soon. Hopefully next week she'll be back.
Yeah, we'll get our fixing of old Miss McVanum. She'll be back here talking trash.
Yelling at us for everything we've said, because I'm sure she's listening and she's going to be mad.
Yeah, we're going to die.
Yeah. Kaya or Nathaniel
We
Morgan.
had a
question.
donation from Bimatsu, I think. Did we shout that out? He says, pouring one out for my man, Miss Past Year Piece. Yeah, he quit this.
He quit Swugga.
He quit Swugga. So, missed is no more. We will miss you, my friend. So.
Let's see. Next one. Nathaniel Morgan question: how can McVenom go casual when she always was casual? She wasn't that casual. She's gone much more now.
God dang, man.
She's at the point where she's not really.
You don't know her.
That's right. Kaya Apolinario. The question with. Oh no, sorry. That was a. Oh, she was just mentioning the question about what the devs had done with relics, and John Solera said he did Wicked and then Ewok Elder. Instead of, as his
I
first
know. I was
relic.
like, you really don't play this game.
He does, but he likes the Ewoks, so he focuses
Yeah.
on the Ewoks more than anything. And Wicked, I think, is actually a really good relic. It's just not one that people focus on because the Ewok team.
Yeah, people
is
that
not necessarily
legitimately
dominant.
play the game.
Yeah, it's not a dominant one, but Wicket is a good relic actually. Let's see. Nathaniel Morgan question: what happens when our full Relic 7 Padme team lose in P4 of the Side Geo TB?
Well, first there will be a hanging. After the hanging will be much consternation and rioting. Then we will organize ourselves, and there will be much death and destruction as the blood of the non-believers is spilled on soil.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with
There you
Grande.
go. Next question from Shay. If the rumors of a new General Anakin with the 501st tag end up being true, wouldn't putting a bunch of resources into Jedi Knight Anakin relics be unwise at this point?
No, it's Anakin is disgusting. I am working on relicking him right now. I'm going to relic him. He is going to gear relic everything. The two characters I'm working on right now is Anakin to get him relicked and Shakti because the clones are stupid and Anakin's really stupid either in the Padme team or the clone team. He's really good in both and he is sick. So I am all in on that. So I don't care what they do. Anakin's going to Relic 7.
He's got a
Anakin's
ship
gr-
too.
Go ahead.
You know, so-
What's that, Loki?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say he's got a ship and
Ship too,
goes
yeah.
out and so that's another fleet that you have at your disposal. You got your counters for GAC. There's not enough Anakins. I think we need 3 of them because we definitely don't need 5 Han Solos.
No.
Speak for yourself.
We need more Anakins.
He just did. That's what Loki said. He said we don't need
We
5 Han
need more
Solos.
Anakins. We need more Anakin. We need more Han Solos. We need 4.
We don't need more Han
Anakin.
Solo. He is no more. He is no longer in existence. But I can see another.
Well, so is Vader.
Well, I mean, we only have one Vader.
I mean, Anakin is technically dead. I want younglings. Let's just get a bunch of younglings.
Yeah, that's great, Finn.
It'll be Anakin lead younglings.
Nothing like
he
seeing
just kills them all in the
children
middle of
die
battle.
in a video game. Great call once again, Mr.
That's
Wizard.
kind of what happens to Ugnaught.
Yeah, that's a great call, Mr. Wizard. All right, next.
Next question is... No, this is a good question. We can go around the corner. We'll start with Grande here.
Let's start with
Let's start with Grande.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Okay.
So, question from Nobunaga says, what do you think the next raid will be now with the knowledge that there is a confirmed ship component?
And don't say yeah, one of those two.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what I like better than my big roster?
Okay.
Knowledge.
Oh my god.
Here we go. All right. I'm with you, Grande. Knowledge. Okay, continue with this train of
That was
thought.
his answer. Did you not get it? That was his answer. That was it.
Hey,
And I'm
Hey,
picking up on
yeah.
it and trying to really
We're-
help him out here. Knowledge. Okay, we're with knowledge. What do you mean, Grande?
We've already look. The ship's component. We've already talked about problems with it, right? Ships hit too hard for the amount of damage they produce. So if we did end up with a ship's phase, that phase would not work anything like the other phases, and so it would almost be like a 5th phase to a raid, where it's like you do that piece, and it's almost like you know, there's not going to be a team that's going to solo it. It's going to be just the ship's component in general is not set up well for a raid. I mean, it's set up to like look cool. I don't know how else to explain it. Ships is set up to look cool, but it's almost like we're playing a different card game with ships. So, yeah, they're really going to have to work on that. The ship we're fighting or the whatever beast or whatever the boss is that we're fighting is going to have to not hit very hard. And it's going to have a completely different mechanic than anything else we've seen.
So tying the knowledge thingy.
It was just a joke at the beginning.
I tried, folks.
I mean, I kind of agree with Grande. I think the ship's the biggest problem is that you only have 3 ships in the starting lineup. If you go against something with a lot of damage off of the bat, you lose everything, regardless of the fact that you have 4 ships in reinforcement. So either they have to create like a new type of ship battle within the ship component, which is possible. They could be developing.
Yeah, it's
like
not
a
going to
new...
be 3 and 5 reinforcements.
I don't think that's what they're. It would be hard for me to see that, especially when you look at what's happening in like phase 4 of the Dark Side Geo TB. If you don't have like Houndstooth, sometimes you get annihilated like wave 1 if you're not careful. And then you have to have like the right capital ship and all that. So I think it would be pretty. I think it might be a new setup of the ship phase. The biggest problem with that, though, don't forget, is that right now they have set up everything with a ratio of 7-1 in terms of ships to capital ship. You need 7 ships in order to fill out a full squad with a 7-star capital ship. Making it 5 changes that to 9. It makes it a 9-1 ratio, meaning that we're going to have a capital ship with likely nothing underneath it, which is possible because right now we're seeing that with Endurance happening anyways because of the lack of Galactic Republic. And effectively what that'll do is make it so you really only have 4 attempts.
Why don't they just make it so you can pick 3 capital ships and you go up against a super Star Destroyer or something like that? That may be what they're doing, right? I think some kind of new type of battle. To what Grande is saying, like the ships do hit too hard, especially like the NPC ones. And unless they either scale back the damage a lot, which will probably make it too easy, or if they keep it the way it is, it's basically going to wreck too many people before they even get started.
It's really strange, man.
I think your idea, Loki, may be like the best one, which is it's like a new strategy altogether. You can use 3 capital ships and 3 fleet lineups, and you can use like everything to go once against whatever this common opponent is. I like that idea, actually.
Yeah, so if you have like two capital ships and then 6 ships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all the reinforcements, and you go 1 and...
Yeah, I like that idea.
The thing is, you're only going to get like 4 attempts, right?
With the way Loki does it, less.
The problem, though, is how do you come up with a strat where you do better with one capital than you do with the other? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's but there's no survivability, right? There's no survivability right now in ships.
But this is a guild raid. It's not individual, right? So it's just like Jedi Training Rey, where she only needs to do like 5%, and you need 20.
Hold on, though. But Jedi Training Rey has survivability.
If we do Loki's strategy, you will, right? If you have 2 capital ships and 6 ships in the starting lineup, and you have 50 people, all you need to do is 2%, and then you're fine.
That's going to be annoying. That's going to be cool for like the first month when you actually get 50 people doing it. That's going to not be cool in month 12 when you have 5 people doing that phase. The problem here is you have very few ships that revive. I can only think of 1 ship that actually revives another ship, and you have very few ships that do a heal that's more than 5 or 6%, and a bunch of ships don't have health steal and don't have heal on hit.
I have a solution.
That's the problem.
We bring in the new ship, Pilot Ranger J 1999, and I have one ability called Kiss My Ass CG, and I kill everything.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just the ship. It's like what we've said before. Ships is not fleshed out enough. We do not have a. We do not
fleshed out.
We don't have a. Well, we don't have a ship that heals or ones that revive. That's
really
the problem.
The Ranger J 1999.
Well, you do have the heal with Plo Koon, but that's pretty much it.
But it's not very much. Let's go look at it. Look. You want to deep dive into it? We can.
No,
deep dive into
really don't, because we got a lot more questions.
Right. But ships that actually.
A Mace timeout team on steroids with a secondary negotiator leadership and.
Yeah. You're gonna have to do some kind of negotiator and Mace together, and that's why you're saying.
Well,
that,
Akbar
right?
heals.
Akbar heals, Thrawn heals. There's other heals.
Right. But those heals are not very much. The heal on.
Oh, I know Rayrock. I didn't mention him, but Consular does too.
Right. The challenge though is that you just
man, that ship is bad. That's a bad ship, man.
I love Consular ship.
I love rock and roll.
I have one more TB until I unlock
versus their HP.
Hey,
mean,
John
like-
Moran, he has a good. What if they did a platoon type thing for raids now, where
Oh, please, no. God, no.
tribute to platoons, and then it disables part of the buffs that the raid boss gets. How about that?
Man,
I'm
can I
okay with
just-
that if all you have to do is donate ships and you play with characters. I'm
I'm
okay with that.
The problem with platoons is now we're sitting here screaming at more guild members. Hey, we need 3, Ebon Hawks and 5.
Well, if that's how you talk to your guild, Grande, that's a personal
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? I'm not
All
saying
we
they
don't
actually
yell
say
at each
that.
other.
I mean,
No,
Grande, to be
But
fair,
it's-
3 and
in the
5
game.
and 3 and 5 and 6 months later, you're gonna, some officer's freaking job it is to nag
I don't
everybody
see
about.
Loki ever yelling at anyone like that, Grande.
I'm just saying. It's
But
painful,
it's
man.
but it's the mechanic that's in the game now, and all they have to do is reskin it, right? We all know that that's what they're gonna do 90% of the time.
Sure.
Yeah, we
I
need
think
to
you
reskin
guys
it.
misheard Loki a little bit.
No,
Okay,
I
maybe
was.
I did.
Loki
maybe
was
I
not
did miss-
saying JC ship was bad. He was saying it was badass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's saying JC ship is good.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah.
it cut out a little
Must
bit,
have
but
cut
he
out.
was saying it was badass.
Oh,
not
it's
that-
good. It's very good.
He's saying it's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to some more questions. We beat this one to death. You don't know him?
Let's see. Next question. John Moran. Now that I took Anakin to Gear 13 Relic 3, should I change his modding and should I drop Bastila from my arena team, which is Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolie, GK, and Bastila for Anakin?
Yes.
I don't know if I.
Well, hold on. What relic level?
3.
Relic
No,
level
not till
3.
5.
I don't know what your modding is that you need to change his.
Well, you go
modding,
from
though.
crit damage or crit chance to more to offense. We talked about
Actually, it
this.
would be the other way. Well,
No, it wouldn't. It'd be offense.
he. Yeah. You're gonna use offense to begin with, actually, but if he gains crit chance,
I think you got to go
actually-
relic 5 though with him first. I think I was talking to GLM about that, like when I can use Anakin, like he is. He said at least minimum relic 5. So I think it's you get to relic 5.
You can get most characters if you've been a long time player. You've got the gear to get them to relic 5. It's relic 6 and 7 that kind of.
Those make my Lord parts of my anatomy not feel right. It gives me that not so fresh feeling, Finn, when I'm trying to do relic 6 and 7.
I have not put relic 6 or 7 on any character because I'm like, relic 5, you're good enough for offense.
Well,
Relic
and then
5,
not so fresh feeling, Ronnie, right?
I'm just gonna tell you, I don't have that not so fresh feeling very often because I use
Relic
Summer's
6 and
Eve.
7. Now,
I
okay,
use Summer's Eve,
I
so
was
don't
making a
have that
joke. You took it too far. God damn it! You try to do a bit with Grande, and he could totally just ruin it, just like that. Unbelievable.
All right, next question.
You got all three of us shaking our head like, no, Grande, you're a very bad man.
Grande, the only time that relic shouldn't make you feel fresh is when it's number 2.
Yes.
Okay. Next question is from Bones Jones 159. Question: did anyone else get frustrated with this Q&A? I'm tired of hearing about what CG is working on. I want to know when this stuff is actually going to be released.
They do a lot of that, man. They do a lot of that. Hey, this is going to be so awesome. You're going to love it soon.
Well, it's a
TM.
marketing ploy. So a lot of their answers were politically neutral. There was information in there, but we as the fan base, you have to kind of understand. They're not just going to say, if you ask what's going to be in Side Geo TB specifically, they're not going to tell you that. And you should know if you ask that question that they're not going to give you
They're
certain
going to
things.
give you just some hints.
They're
and
just going to
gotta
give you a
kinda
little
connect-
bit to tease you.
little hints, right?
I mean, if
gotta
they tell
fill
you
in the
ahead of
dots.
time what's coming, you're not going to be as excited or unhappy. Both reactions. So you have to kind of understand a lot of the stuff that's in there. There are tidbits here and there. But it didn't wow me where I was sitting there going, oh my god, did you see what they wrote? But I didn't sit there and go, well, I didn't get anything out of that. I was kind of in the middle. You know, there was some stuff in there that kind of like, okay. But I kind of expected that already, so I don't know, I'm kind of neutral on it. Grande's taking selfies over there now.
I just was watching I had like 6 notifications.
You were taking a selfie. Grande's like...
No. If I'm going to take a selfie, it's going to be like at a 45-degree angle, like, you know, like all the hot chicks.
Oh my God.
I'm like, hey, turn your freaking wrist. Take a photo like a normal person.
Yeah, put the 2 fingers up, Grande. Words are hard.
No.
Loki's not even looking. Look at Loki. Look at all. I don't want to see that.
He wants nothing to do with this.
Loki's like, let me know when we get back
Grande's
in
pretending to be
reality.
an idiot again. Oh, what else is new? Like, let me see. Loki's over there. I'll read Loki's mind right now. Loki, look like you were just a second ago. Like, just look off in the distance. I wonder what I want to eat for dinner tonight. Why do I have to sit here and listen to this jackass Grande?
He's just asking why McVenom isn't here.
He's my homie.
Yeah,
No, I'm over it already. It's done.
Okay.
He's over it.
All right, next question.
All right, next question.
Slate's clean already. See that?
Stonewall question. Isn't it less than 100 days until episode 9?
It
Should we
is.
save for episode 9? Yeah, we're recommending hoarding for all.
I am.
Most
I'm
of your
so
resources.
torn though with what to do with my clones. Loki, maybe Geo. I talked to Good Old Maurice and Team Money. I've got the clones gear 12. I got Shakti 9, almost 10. I'm about to take Anakin to relic, relic him up. But I haven't put any Zetas other than the Anakin because I did him a while ago. But I could put the 3 on the clones for the 501st.
I'm building my clones. I have.
But if you put the Zetas on.
No, I did do. So I did Rex and I did 5s because of the ship as well. So if that's my fallback is if clones aren't that great with all the new meta coming out and all the new relic tunes, then at least I have their ships pretty beefy.
So you're saying which 2 Zetas? So I should do Rex lead.
Yeah, I would do Rex's.
And then 5's unique.
And then 5's the new unique first.
The tactical awareness. Yep.
And then the old one. And then maybe wait on Echo. And
I waited on Echo.
I would wait on Echo.
I waited on Echo and I waited on Shakti. I took them both to 12 and then I chilled out. Yeah. And right now I'm basically saying I'm gonna chill until I'm ready to bring.
You'll need them for light side territory battle. You're gonna need them.
Absolutely, you'll need them eventually. But the thing though too is you're trying to keep a couple Zetas back, right? Like right now, I'm almost got 3 Zetas back again.
Yeah,
I've got 5, and I've been hoarding.
Then I would say do one 5 Zeta, the new one,
and then Rex
do
Zeta.
the 1 Rex one, and then just chill for a minute. Like just do those 2.
I would just wait.
And then what I would do
is wait. I'll get to 6, Finn.
If you got to 6, here's the thing: if we got a brand new character. If we had some characters you needed to get to a certain GP level, you could do it if you have 6 banked, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So the idea,
if this is like a super legendary rare event, then might have 3 Zetas, but 2 for sure. If this character is going to be OP,
whatever we think it's going to be, right?
There it is.
All right.
And then the same thing is true. Other than that, I'm just saving. And I will tell you, I am working on getting the rest of the 501st up to G13. But it's almost like I wait until I have enough, and until I have a second set to get 2 sets of characters to G13 before I actually take them to G13. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So in case I stepped in the wrong direction, I can zag back to the right direction.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Next question from let's see which one is this one. So Raider Nation question: can you see the epic confrontation being for a Rebel or Jedi Luke Skywalker?
No.
They could add Luke's ship going against the Death Star and add the X-wing later. Am I wishing for too much?
You're wishing.
Unfortunately,
I like your idea, but no.
They've pointed for Galactic Republic for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think that they're still pointing
either Galactic Republic or
Light Side
something
TV.
dealing with the new movie. One of
Light
those
side
two.
TB, man.
But,
It seems like they're gonna go light side TB in October. Then we're gonna have all of November and all of December to ramp up for the new movie, right? So it's something later this month, man. It's what I think.
I agree.
What else? 73 question: why is Finn so excited about the Q&A responses? CG is regularly implementing epic consternation for players. Has he forgotten about all the Ranger rants?
Helen X did say 20k GP in his comment just now. To be honest, we've seen 17.5.
20k though, Jesus Christ.
So, I mean, 20k seems a little bit steep.
That's beyond excessive.
But I would say
it might be.
But I would say 18, 19, right? We could easily see 18, 19.
Even 17.5 is still a hell of a lot of gear and Zetas and stuff.
Especially
because if you look at what you have to do for the Old Republic, that is a buttload of gear.
It is
mods and Zetas.
They're giving us more time to get the stars,
but we don't have a clue in heaven who we're going to be needing for.
But that's the point, right? They have to make money off.
I know, but you can still stick with 17.5 and still do that because you don't have a clue where
my
we're
guess
going.
My guess is it is going to be higher than 17.5.
I think it's going to be higher than 17.5.
CG sucks ass.
I think it's going to be around.
It's going to be G13. It's going to be. It's going to be.
There'll be another Ranger Ranton coming.
Well, I just don't see it not saying, "Hey, you got to at least get them to relics and."
God.
What else? 73
It's all
question.
about goddamn money with them. It's not about the game. It's not about the players. It's about
they
money.
have to stay in business.
They're more than they make. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
And they have to continue.
Oh yeah, they're a small mobile game company, man. Kiss my ass.
They lose money to EA and Disney and Lucas.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing that too. They get their cut. They make more than enough. Way more than enough. That argument doesn't stick with me anymore.
There's never enough. Okay, what else? 73 question. How often does Finn take a poop in the open? It requires him telling one more time, and there will be consequences.
What?
Ranger said it earlier. The question is, how often does Finn take a poop in the open that it requires telling him one more time and there will be consequences? That is what Ranger said earlier.
I'm just talking about FM Field Manual 101 for the Army about how you take a dump in the woods.
Nathaniel Morgan, I am unable to ask your question at this time. Utah.
Good call, Finn. I see. I know what that is. Shamming you, Nathaniel Morgan.
Pudding Tang 2 question: thoughts on likelihood of a 7-star Rose Tico or Haldo for a Episode 9 Legendary Ray event?
Not seen Rose or Holder for that.
Shay Locomotive. I remember when Grande quit for 3 days. When Grande quit, Ranger ranted. Then Grande played 3 days later.
That's because CG was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, they were pretty uh-oh about that one.
Doc Arya question: is the advantage changed due to Jedi Knight Anakin's leader ability? I don't think entirely. No. I think that has part to do with it. The way the First Order was working was always weird, but the interaction with Jedi Knight Anakin's leader did contribute to some.
Yeah, so the new Anakin probably is going to have advantage and some kind of crit damage, crit chance thing going on.
And he's really going to hate sand.
I mean, that character is going to hit freaking hard as a freaking biscuit, dude. That dude is going to hit hard as heck, dude.
And hate sand.
He
will have a creep ability. I think that's going to be a part of it.
He's probably going to make Padme teams, and he's probably going to make 501st teams.
I think he's going to have disadvantage with Padme because if this is the Anakin Padawan version, she's going to be creeped out.
I don't know, man. Something is going to happen, and it's going to either make 501st, or it's going to make.
Yeah, I think so.
Some kind of galactic.
See, that's the thing. I was kind of
super freaking viable, man.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I'm waiting because I'm waiting to see what other 501st is coming into the game because I'm kind of debating where do I put Anakin.
I don't know, but here's the thing.
Because I'm thinking clones with Ahsoka and one more. And I'm thinking I leave Anakin on the Padme team, but I need one more for that. So I'm kind of waiting to see what reworks are going to be.
Anakin, man.
What reworks we're going to get, who's going where, what clones or 501st, things of that nature before I make a final
I don't
call.
agree. I mean, I agree. It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in limbo.
All right. Next question, Rose Taco. Question. It's not really a question. At least now, McVenom has time to finish the cross stitch.
I knew that was.
We knew
she's
that was coming.
That was coming, but she's actually more busy now than she was before.
I
She
mean,
probably has less time.
Freaking the cross stitch again with the cross stitch.
Please, God, please, McVenom, please finish the cross stitch, because I feel bad that Grande's. It was so bad. Grande got cut off the air. The cross stitch has taken him out. His video is not working anymore.
Hey, I gotta tell you, I'm owed a cross stitch actually.
I know. That's why McVenom's stepping in. She's like, Grande, you gonna talk about it? Click.
Next question, Aparingo. Who else thinks 7-star negotiator when they say ships in epic confrontation? Yeah, I think 7-star negotiator. It's either going to be negotiator or malevolence once it comes out.
Malevolence.
It's going to be one of the two.
Malevolence. Next question.
All right, Dexatronic question. What are the 3 best relics for GAC?
Anakin, Grievous, and Malik.
Hands down.
Anakin, Grievous, and Malik.
I'm with you on Anakin and Grievous.
Malik is stupid, man.
Malik is, but I'm liking
he can
the damage.
one-shot the clones. Do I need to say more?
I am liking the damage output I've seen from Han.
I mean, Han's a good one too.
Han has been crazy damage right now. If you put him with CLS, with 3PO, Han is just wrecking people in his opening attacks.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I gotta tell you, I got a Han at Relic 3. I was about to put him to Relic 4. My Han right now, if someone else is running like a hermit, like a regular Yoda, my Han can one-shot their Yoda on the opening attack, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah, I'm really liking Han, and then probably, I think Malik is a top 5, but the other one also that I would consider is Grandmaster Yoda.
Well, it's no.
It is.
I think Anakin
I
have Yoda at Relic 5. Let me tell you, I did not see a big difference between Relic 4 and Relic 5.
His problem is survivability, right? You can increase your damage on him all you want,
survivability.
but he's not going to survive, which is why I have Han above him for sure.
Han, I can see in the mix. Anakin, Grievous.
I think Han and Malik would probably be the next 2, and then maybe Grandmaster Yoda afterwards, because his damage output is ridiculous, but he's not survivable.
I do so like Grandmaster Yoda. He's definitely in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can mix and match and place these different places.
I would say Han is 3 for me, though.
Yeah.
I would also say that at some point you gotta put Geonosian Brood Alpha in there.
GBA is a great.
You got to put GBA in the top 10. I've been playing greatest hits with the characters I've put relics on. I've taken the G13 and the character. I don't think you have to take full teams to G13.
No.
You can literally play. This is a
great
character.
Like Daka for Gear 13 with the relic and her Zeta.
I've got her there.
She is stupid.
And Asajj Ventress starts hitting crazy dumb good.
I'll tell you another one. Ian just said in the chat is General Kenobi. I forgot that I relicked him, and
I relicked General Kenobi as well.
He is stupid as well in that team. I mean, he can take some. He takes a beating. Just like, hello there. It just keeps on going. So.
The thing is, though, is I really feel like you can do greatest hits, right?
You should. Doing full teams is not the correct way to handle
some of them
relics,
don't really get the benefits, that you think they do.
I'm going to tell you right now, C-3PO and Hermit Yoda and Wat Tambor are like a negative Ghost Rider.
No.
Like, do not do those 3.
No. Leave them at Gear 12. They've got their Zeta. You'll be fine. Oh, Fourth Akagi just noted $2. This question. Who is the Asian Steven Seagal?
That's Sir Loki, man. Asian Steven Seagal.
I'm just waiting for his legs to start speaking low.
I do kind of like it. He does kind of look like an Asian Steven Seagal.
He's just a big old sexy Buddha. He's the whole time that you guys don't know this, he's not speaking much because he's busy texting all his girls that are like constantly bothering him. Like, hi Loki, what are you doing? He's like, just chilling, girl, and he doesn't say anything else. So like, talk to me. Look at that suave mo frucky.
He's like, yep, that's what I'm doing.
He's so. When Loki walks in the room, women just automatically text them their numbers.
Appreciate
All right.
that. Thank
Yeah, science. All right, let's do a couple more and let's
All right,
wrap
three
this
more
up.
questions. First one, Guzza Buzza. If you were to gear 13 Shakti troopers, who would you gear 13 first?
Fives and Rex.
Yeah.
Yep, fives and Rex.
Definitely.
Loki, agree?
Fives and Rex, yeah. Fives and Rex. Fives for sure, and then Rex, yeah.
Okay. Next question from Guzza Buzza. Is Anakin better on Shakti clones or Padme?
That's the debate. He's good on both.
I'm going to say Padme.
I was talking because they did a whole thing about
I'm
this.
going to tell you,
Operation
he could
Universe.
also make a freaking Jedi Knight Anakin. I mean, a Jedi Knight Revan team.
Well, but I think the top two teams that we're seeing this most significant
here's why-
damage. Anakin, the clones, he does crazy damage on.
Mm-hmm.
The same as he does in Padme. There's no wrong answer on this.
Well, here's the problem, though. If you take Anakin off the Padme team, there really is no substitute on that team to really
For a
recoup the
damage
damage
dealer.
that you're
right.
losing.
I'm just
Rex
saying if
You
you
can
Rex
have
makes
other
sense.
clones. You can have other Jedi on the Jedi Knight Revan team. It's not that he's
point.
not good on those teams. It's that without Anakin on the Padme team, the Padme team kind of falls apart because you just don't have the damage output that you need on that team.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're going to pick one and you're working on it, with like say you got clones done already because you went there first, and you have Anakin, oh yeah, run, go have fun because he is stupid. I have a person that runs that team in my shard. God damn, that team is brutal. Between Anakin and Rex, sweet baby Jesus, those two will ruin your day like that. It is stupid how difficult that team is to
The
deal
problem
with.
is we only have one Anakin right now.
I know, but and see
Right
that's the thing
now.
I'm kind of debating because
Right now.
I'm thinking, like for me, having Anakin on the Padme team makes sense, and maybe moving Ahsoka over to the 501st. She's got the tag; it increases their speed.
Ahsoka on 501st is, and I got to tell you, it makes me feel better about me Zetaing Ahsoka back.
Oh
in the
yeah,
day.
All right, last question from Prometheus, and the question is: my alt account has a 1-week-old arena shard with a level 53 7-star Darth Treya. How is that possible?
easy. So they probably didn't level until they were ready. You know, they saved their energy. They've been in a
And
guild
they
that's
camped.
been doing.
They camped at 70 and somebody backpacked them in, or
Yeah,
whatever. They
and
camped
they
at 50.
Yeah, so they just waited, got the shards when they were ready, in they go.
Mhm.
They backpacked.
They were just
into
they were a
it.
600 bot pretty much or something for
Yeah.
a while, just gaining shards, doing nothing but 600.
Yep,
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. They
that can be done.
Arena is assigned when? It's actually earlier than 50, right? Isn't it like
I
22 or
I
something?
think it's 26.
No, it's something high. It's
Is it
no,
20 it's not 26.
Are you sure that's
it's
not
high,
Fleet?
It's higher than it used to be.
I thought, if they changed it, then I don't know. I know Fleet is higher. Fleet
Somebody
is
camped.
higher,
Somebody camped in there, man. Somebody camped with.
Yeah,
that
they've
account.
been in a
Mhm.
guild that's been giving them shards from the get go. You know, so yeah, it's 27. Dr. Gonda says 26. So they've been in since day one in a guild that's getting Treya shards, and there you go. It's not hard, you know. So Fleet is 50. Good call, Fourth Akagi.
Yeah, somebody saying 27, 28. Somebody camped and didn't even get 600. Like, they just jumped in for raids in a guild that
Yeah.
didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's wrap this up. Shout out to all the skewers out there, all the peeps. Glad to see you guys here. We're going to transition into our closing. So we've got our first shout out is all our gold VIPs. Dun, 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 dun. And then another dun, 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 dun. But we want to give we love all
Thanks,
our Patreon.
Joe, for the $1.99.
Thank you, Joe. But we love all our Patreon sponsors, but we just want to shout these guys out. We shout out everybody, but especially them give a little bit of highlight. They give a little bit more, so we give a little bit more back. So we appreciate everything that you guys do for us. So these are all our gold VIPs, and then let's wrap it up there, right there. Let me just do this transition there. What we're going to do is talk about what we do all week there here at RSG. So, schedule for this week. You can see everything on the board. It's self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into it. schedule for the rest of the week for the skewers. Tomorrow we'll do our lunch stream like we normally do. Tomorrow night, got 2 big events. So 7 o'clock, I'm going to do mini Ross reviews till 7 to 9. Patrons, remember, you get first crack at me looking at your stuff. At 9:30 in our Discord, Purple VIPs, be ready. You get a couple hours with me answering your questions, looking at stuff. That's what I'll be there for. It'll run as long as we've got participation. I'll be there answering your questions and hanging out. Friday we'll go again. We'll do our lunch stream. Then we'll do Naruto. And then maybe we'll do something Friday night. Finn's not going to be around this weekend, so I'm going to pick up the slack a little bit. Saturday morning will be Jedi Academy from 10 to 12, where we bring all the best content creators and answer your questions. And then Saturday, I'll be doing 3 hours of Battlefront. Probably not going to do any Pictionary on Saturday night, but I will do Battlefront for a few hours Saturday night for you folks so we can hang out and have fun. Sunday, probably not going to get into D&D. I think we're still missing people. Finn's going to be getting in late. We may try to get D&D in, but we'll see what happens. And we got more stuff on the way for you guys. So this is one of the benefits of being a Patreon and VIP and being subscribed on the channel. We got still 160 people watching. Can we get some more thumbs up before you go? Just go over there, hit that thumbs up. It's not going to hurt you. Just say thank you for all the content.
Yeah, I think
stuff.
you might have missed it while we were doing the shout outs for the gold patrons. But shout out to Joe. Thank you. Thank you,
No,
Joe.
we did say thank you, Joe.
I know. He might not have heard it because we were doing the shout outs.
I know, but Grande and everybody else said thank you.
Because he said, what did you say?
Oh, for
so
Christ's sakes.
I'm saying thank you, Joe.
He said thank you.
What did you say?
Hi.
Thank you very much.
My name is Joe.
Thank you very much.
No,
I have
Grande,
a
that's
wife and
not
3
even
kids.
close,
I
man.
worked in a button factory one day. My boss came to me and said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, turn the button with your left hand. Hi. My name is Joe.
We are off
I
the
got a wife and
rails.
3 kids.
What the
We are
hell is
off
going
the
on? What the?
rails. We are off the rails.
It's a song for Joe.
But what?
Happy hump day, everybody.
Yeah, happy hump day. Sorry, I apologize for Finn and all his antics. I'd like to special shout out to the entire country and most of the civilized world for the little stupid thing you just heard. So, but make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, so you get all those notifications and stuff. Check out our ACS campaign. Think about becoming a Patreon. We got the Amazon wish lists. We got Twitch. We got Twitter. We got everything. We have Facebook. We don't really do anything with it. So
Sometimes we do. Mick Venom does a lot with it whenever she gets into it.
She's not really into it anymore. So
She will be. She's just been busy.
I know.
We'll end up doing more with everything
We'll
here.
see what happens.
It's a busy time with everything.
It is. But with that, we're going to wrap up because I need to eat. Loki needs to eat. Grant, I don't know what the hell Grant is going to do. Probably go to the
I'm going to eat and drink a beer and watch the rest of a baseball game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. And then Finn's probably going to go to bed with his Borg. So, but we got a lot of stuff for you tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of the night, and we will holler at you later.